Wood Wednesday. We're talking about a lot of cool stuff today. But as always, thank you for joining us. And remember, we do this show for you so you can have good conversations with your guitar builders, your lutherie friends, and just be an all around knowledgeable person when it comes to building guitars. So, anyway, let's talk about something cool.
What'd you get?
Something pretty interesting.
What's in the box?
DS Pickups hit me up and asked if I wanted to try some stuff. And I said, well, I've actually got this 36 fret guitar coming up. It's going to be a single pickup. And I said, just give me one with, black covers, some heads. And it was really cool. These guys are out of Brazil. Super, super nice guys. They got it to me pretty fast. And look at that.
That is pretty spiffy.
That's pretty cool.
But what's it gonna go on, Nate?
It's gonna go on the 36 fret guitar. So I posted this. By the way, this is the Toxico 7 TB. I don't know what the TB stands for, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm interested to see what it sounds like. It looks cool. It's gonna have
It's shiny.
Yeah, it's really shiny. It's gonna go bridge pickup plus piezo, and then a piezo on this 36 fret guitar. So it should be really cool. It's gonna go on this guy over here. And if you didn't see it earlier,
Terminal bucker.
I turned it. I put a reel out, and it's done pretty well with this Buckeye Burl guitar. This is the 36 fret guitar. So let's take a look at it one more time.
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. Yeah, that's probably what it means. This is naphtha, guys. I got a question today about what I do to pop the top. All it is naphtha. It's just a solvent. There's nothing to it. It's not mineral spirits or anything like that.
My, oh my, does that change the color?
Yep, it does.
Now, there's also something different about this Buckeye Burl. Maybe since the last time people have seen it.
Right.
Maybe you haven't pointed it out yet, but maybe you want to point it out.
Well, Buckeye Burl, it's burl. So it's got a lot of bark intrusions. It's got a lot of just regular voids.
It has holes in it
It's got a lot of holes in it. So if you could see, like right now, this is a great time. Like I filled these little spots with epoxy. Right there, right there, right there, right there. I mean, they're all over. And that's one reason why I kept the top really thin, so I can get that epoxy to sit down real nice and everything like that. One thing about epoxy is that if you use some denatured alcohol or anything, it splits the top. It actually creates a surface tension reduction, so the bubbles all come up, and that's what I did with all these things. It's all been surface tensioned, so we shouldn't have very many holes or anything like that.
all nice and smooth.
Yeah, should be real nice and smooth. So let me get this naphtha out. Let me get over here.
Wait.
Plug my little heat gun in. Flash off the naphtha.
It's like a magic trick.
Rock on. So, if anybody's out there, shoot down in the comments, yell out, do you want to see this full buff or do you want to see it as satin? Make sure you comment.
I think, especially for as deep as the the black is. I mean, the darker spots of the burl.
Yeah.
I think a gloss.
That would be
I'm
kinda
I'm
cool.
I'm a very satin person, but I think gloss for sure on this piece.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the comments say. We'll see what the people say. We've also got a really nice black limba quarter sawn back. Well, actually, body. That's what you call it. It's gonna be killer. Gonna be killer. We're gonna be doing a hip shot piezo bridge, ghost piezo, 1 volume, 3-way toggle, 3-way blade toggle on this guy. So that'll be really cool. Yeah.
Got a question. What's the difference?
What's the difference between what?
Gloss and
Oh, the difference is it looks more.
chainy.
Yeah, gloss is really, really shiny. You can see reflection and everything like that. With a satin, it's gonna look very, what's the word that I'm thinking of? It looks almost like slate. Very slate. I don't have any examples here, but
It's almost
It's
as
a
if
finish.
you frosted it. It has
yeah, it's
just
like glossed almost.
a non-glossy
Yeah.
version
Yeah.
of it, which would
Some
be
people really
kind of
like
more.
it.
It'd be a little more attuned to what it is now
Yeah.
versus if you glossed it, which would be like when you put the naphtha on it.
Right. It would almost be like that. It would almost be like that.
I mean, it would be a little more shiny, obviously, than this right here
Yeah.
in a satin, but the gloss is what's really going to make all these colors pop.
Yeah. The gloss really makes everything pop, and it's like a reflector. It just reflects out. With a satin, it's not gonna reflect. It's not gonna be shiny. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna see reflection in it. So that's just the whole thing. Some people like the feel of the satin more than the gloss, so it's also a feel thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, sound off in the comments whether you think it's gloss or a semi-gloss or a satin. All right. So today we're talking about gluing up tops. Now I glued this one up last night. That'll be a super cool corroded. Yeah, this will be really cool.
We got a satin all the way. Satin might be really nice. Gloss might make it too shiny.
It might. It might. That's why I almost like to go in between things. I like to do like either a 50-50 satin gloss, which is a semi-gloss, or if I want to go a little bit further on the gloss side and not lose like a little bit of a slate, I'll go a 75% gloss with a 25% satin, and that just kind of it really just it doesn't make it shiny, but it also doesn't make it real slate. So that's one thing that you can consider and do all kinds of cool stuff. So
Got a comment on YouTube says satin is better on the back of necks.
that's a lot of people say that. A lot of people like the feel of the satin because they don't like the gloss. They don't like to get hung up on
Sticky.
the gloss. It feels sticky sometimes. So yeah, that's a very real comment. So anyway, we're gonna be making one of these. Not this one specifically. Let's go ahead and put this over here.
That was made.
This one's made. It's ready for a body.
Ooh, body it up.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm actually going to do with that one in terms of a body. I might do some sapile. I might do just like a straight up mahogany body and make the mahogany black and do a burst on that. It would be cool with a blue burst.
You know, we should almost take a poll of how many bodies Nate got this year.
Probably not a good idea.
Oh, come on. You got lots of bodies.
Probably not a good idea. Let's see. Which one? So I got 2 tops here I got to make.
All right, let me look at it from your point of view.
I got 2 tops here. So this is a pretty nice quilt. It's a nice quilt. It's not real shiny because it's sanded to 80 grit. Or
some flamey.
we could do this really nice flame crotch set. I could make this one.
I'm leaning more towards the other set. I like flame, but I definitely like kind of that the quilty
Yeah.
look a lot better.
They're both going to get made. This is a nice piece. This is a piece from the Surcamp.
Now, would you try and use it more this
No.
direction because of that little guy?
No, no. That's probably going to be outside the body template for this style guitar, so I'm not worried about that at all. But this one you got to think about because of some of these little bark intrusions and things like that. These won't be in it or anything like that, but this is a really nice flame set. This is a super cool flame set. It's actually a part of the crotch of the tree. The maple tree splitting off. So, well, what do you think? Any comments?
What do we got? You want to see some quilt or you want to see some flame? Uh-huh. I'm seeing some hearts on the flame.
Seeing some hearts on the flame. I say we go with the flame.
All right.
We're gonna make them both, but for the show, we're gonna.
Nate's gonna be a flamer today.
Yeah, I know. All right. So we need to make the first thing. These have been sanded. Their thickness to the same thickness on my drum sander, my jet. Then what we got to do now is we got to make a joint, and the way we do that is with this joiner. This is a big mamma jamma. I love this thing. I've loved it since I had it. It's fantastic. It's great. So, let me get my earphones. Let me get Aaron some earphones.
Yeah. Delaney Guitar says, "Thank you for sharing a bit of your day with us. Appreciate it."
Absolutely. Thanks for joining, man. Bet. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this joint. We're going to roll it over this spiral head right here.
I bet that's really
Yeah.
good at knuckles, taking
Oh,
knuckles
yeah.
off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen it before. I don't
So-
want to see it again.
So as you're cranking up the little knob there, what side of the table is moving to make it even?
Well, this side is going down. I can move this side up and down, as you see. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's 0. I'm just going to take off just a little bit. That's all you need to do. Depending on where your joint's going to be, I can lower it or raise it to make sure that it's not on the end or in the middle. That makes everything come together. So, let's do it.
Do it.
Order of operations here. What you saw me doing there is I was listening for some crunchies and I was listening for a nice clean joint. That's the sound that I was listening to.
So for those of y'all that obviously probably can't hear that, it sounds more like somebody walking on a wood floor, that kind of
Right.
creaking. There's just a little bit of friction between the two boards.
Now I'm just going to do a dry
Run.
dry clamp up just to see what's going on.
And then Nate's going to get another body.
Something like that.
So why do you like to do this? Why do you like to do a dry run before the glue?
Just to make sure everything looks correct. I mean, once I've got everything on here, I don't want to like mess around with glue. I want to do gluing once. That's it. I don't want to mess around with that at all. Do it once. Make sure you're doing it right. And that looks pretty darn good. So check that out.
Oh yeah.
That looks really nice.
Now you do give it one more little spring test there to make sure it's
You
on.
don't need to. It's there. Everything's there. Yeah, everything's there. Looks nice. And how I want to match this up, you can see, I'll match it up straight here. See this V notch? Boom, boom. See this part right here? Boom, boom. Everything matches up. I'm right there. That's exactly where I want it to be.
Now, as far as let's say flame versus quilt, is there any kind of price difference between the two, or is it more just based on how gnarly the flame is versus how quilty the quilt is?
Really, there is a price difference.
Let's say a grade A maple to a grade A flame. Is there a price difference between the two?
Well, you normally go up to like 5A flame and 5A quilt. Really, there's just quilt these days. Quilt is not easy to get. It's not easy to get these days, guys. Most of the quilt that's left, that isn't like poached or stolen off of land, they're in valleys, they're in ravines, and they're hard to get to. There are reputable dealers out there, you know. Cookwoods is one, Kimball Hardwoods, LaRose, Oregon Wildwood. The one is my favorite for a quilt is Unique Woods of the Northwest. They're fantastic. This piece actually came from Unique Woods of the Northwest. He harvests stuff, you know, ethically and responsibly. He only takes trees that are on their way out. They're dying, you know, everything like that. But those guys that I just mentioned, they're all reputable dealers, and quilt is, to make a long story short, quilt is just more expensive because it's harder to get. I could still get Eastern Flame relatively easy. Western Flame, same thing. It's relatively easy to get. What I'm doing right now is just laying down a bead of Type-On 1. I just use Type-On 1. I don't use anything else. I'll always use Type-On 1. All the main manufacturers use Type-On 1. Paul Reed Smith, Taylor, all of them. It's the best. So that's why I use it.
Nice.
Just want to spread that glue around just a little bit. Nice, well-seasoned piece of wood. Went in there. There's no cupping or anything going on. So it's real nice. Sometimes it happens.
Caleb's saying, he replants trees after he cuts them too, right?
That's correct. He's one of the guys in the 100 Maple projects. If you check that out on Pacific Rim Tone Woods, which is a main manufacturer of acoustic tops. They do koa. They do things like that. But one of the things that they're doing right now is this 100 maple project, where they're trying to get 100 of the most figured maple trees that you can get. All right, and we're talking the most figured flame, the most figured quilt, all of those trees. And most of the time that happens when a tree is really, really old. So those trees are some of the best candidates for that. And Rod has been supplying some of the trees for that project. And those guys probably have, I don't know how many acres they have, but they're planting maples left and right. And a lot of the clones, because they're cloning these maples, that's what's happening on that 100 maple project. I'll tell you, everybody go out to Pacific Rim Tone Woods and check out their 100 maple project. You'll see a cool video. You'll see some cool stuff. But yeah, he's a part of that project. So go check that out. But that's his replanting effort, as well as he replants a lot with the Coquille tribe and the tribal legions, or just different factions of tribes up there, the Indian and the northwest of Oregon and north of California, just so much. So yeah, he's very much into ethical harvesting, as well as a lot of some of the other guys that are, you know, dealing with maple and flame. Anyway, you can see we've got this nice flame top now, and we're right at our V's, right where we want them. Look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's really good. Perfect. All right.
Now, how long are you going to let that sit before you pull it out?
Guys, I let this sit basically for, about 2 hours. I'll let it sit for 2 hours. Sometimes I'll just let it sit overnight. I mean, there's no rush, guys, really, right? There's no rush, so let it sit overnight. Who cares? It'll be just fine. If I'm in a hurry, 2 hours. If I'm not, overnight. If I get to it in 4 hours, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But definitely, at the very least, put it in there and keep it in there for like 2 hours, at least. And in the bottle, it says you can work it after 45 minutes, but
It's pretty glued.
yeah, it's why tempt fate? Just let it go. So yeah, that's that. Next, we're gonna be doing this top, but you probably won't see it. You'll see it on Instagram, everything like that. You'll see it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We'll get some color on that one. That'll be cool. Let's check out this DS pickup just one more time. I know if everybody was on the show, we're talking about this. DS Pickups reached out to me and said, "Hey, why don't you check us out? We'll give you, a cool deal. We want to put a pickup in your hands." So this pickup is gonna go into that 36 fret Buckeye Burl. And I was like, man, give me a black cover with some hex Allen heads to it. And that's what they gave me.
Yeah, that's gonna look really good.
Yeah, it's gonna look really good. Normally I go with guys like Ellis, Vitas pickups, and Crondelet pickups, but give the people what they want. If people want to see some different stuff, I usually am well aware of a lot of the pickup makers. Arcane pickups, I've never used them, but I'd like to check them out.
You did some of the Righteous Sound on the X.
Sound, yeah. So I use a lot of different pickups. My main ones though are Crondelet and Ellis. But I'm really interested to see what DS Pickups is all about. So I'm excited to see what they got to offer. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the show. I appreciate you being here. Again, we do this show for you, so you have a good knowledge base, so you can have good conversations with your luthier about your next custom guitar. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of the people around you. Peace.